Geekhorn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a barn tour of my Schleich barn. So my stable is divided into 4 main pieces. Over here we have our main barn, and here we have our arena. Over there we have our tack station and our wash stall. Back there we have our second barn, used to store more horses. And then over here we have our staff room made from a cardboard box. So now we're going to get into the front of the barn. So right now I have some flower beds in front of the barn, and I have 2 lead ropes attached to halters here. And over here is the main door. We have some ribbons, and we have 2 stickers that say Champion on them. This is the sign. It's not very pretty because I actually made it like about a few months ago. And yeah, there's some leaves as summer decorations. The same thing goes with the other side. So now we're gonna get into the inside of the barn. So I'm just gonna lift this roof up so you guys can see the inside. And the second one. Okay, so here's the inside of my barn. It looks pretty good. I just organized it. So over here in the stall we have Blossom, a Tennessee Walker mare, and she's actually one of my first Schleichs I've ever got, and she's actually really big. Oh, it's hard to put her back in. And over there we have Ginger, my Shetland pony, and I really like that she has like a heart-shaped pattern on her body, makes her look extra cute. And yeah, she's actually my only pony, I think. Like, she mostly used to pull carts and stuff. They have some apples and they have some water. Oh, and the water bucket's crooked, but it doesn't matter. And the door sign says Blossom because this was originally Blossom's stall. So over here we have Tronta, a Lipizzaner mare, and she's wearing a homemade blanket because she's actually very dirty. As you can see, she has a lot of like spots and scratches on her body, and this is to protect her from getting even more dirtier. So over here we have Princess, a English thoroughbred mare, and she is actually one of the newest arrivals of the barn. She arrived like 2 weeks ago, and she's actually my favorite Schleich. So here in this stall we have Soleil. Soleil means sun in French. I just think it really matches the fur color of this stallion. Now, his breed, I really don't know how to pronounce it. It's really difficult to pronounce for me. And yeah, but I really like him. He arrived at the exact same time Princess did. So over here are 4 tacks. This one is Lizzie's tack, and that is Sophia's tack. This is Leanna's tack, and this is Vanessa's tack. And over here we have a pitchfork just randomly laying there. I don't know. So this is my second half of the barn. So we're gonna start over here. This is Spirit, and she's a paint horse mare. And she has a foal named Ariel. Ariel is obviously a paint horse foal. And she has like this bandage wrap I made for her because she recently injured her leg. And I don't know where that saddle went. It's supposed to be here, but I think it's somewhere out in the barn. And over here we have Biscuit, a dark bay stallion. Biscuit belongs to Liana, who is one of our dressage riders at the barn. And yeah, I just love his position so much. It reminds me of a horse that's about to trot. He's very gorgeous. And he has some apples and water and a little bit of hay, I believe. And over here we have Cece. Cece is a Arabian mare. And I actually painted the spots on her because I had a duplicate. And it was painted, I think, out of a black Sharpie. I had those dots on her. And I also repainted her elastic on her hair. This is Cece's foal. His name is Kit Kat. Kit Kat is just a regular model of a foal. Kit Kat is Arabian full. And I don't know why they don't have any food, but I might bring them some carrots later. And over here we have Nala, our North America Pinto Mare. And this is Nala's full Cloud in there. Now Cloud is actually a repaint of Kit Kat. And yeah, I just painted like those white spots on Cloud to make her look more like his mama. And he also has like a leg bandage wrap, same as Ariel's. And over here we have Lila's saddle. Lila is actually one of my smaller riders, so she needs a smaller saddle. It's actually really cute, one of my favorite saddles. And there's just a pitchfork. This is the vaulting saddle. Now it almost broke one day while I was playing with it, so I don't touch it often. I just let it sit there. And that's just a random saddle. So over here are paddocks. And I put 2 horses in one paddock usually, so they have more space. And you can get access to the horses very easily just by opening that door. And yeah, over here is my grass. It's actually just a piece of towel because I didn't have anything else I could replace with grass. And the same thing goes over here. Over there I have a tree who's actually just a fake piece of plastic. So here in this stall we have Crystal. Crystal is a horse that belongs to Sophie, and she is wearing a homemade blanket with a purple heart in the middle to prevent her from getting dirty. And yet she's a very gorgeous mare, and actually one of my favorites. I just love how she wears that blue hat on her head. So over here is Ashlike, one of my Arabian mares. Now Ashlike is the original model of Cece. Cece is hand painted by me because I had a duplicate because I had 2 barns. And she is wearing a homemade blanket with an orange heart in the middle. So here is Milky Way. He's an Andalusian stallion and he belongs to Vanessa, who's one of our show jumpers at the barn. He is wearing a homemade blanket with a blue heart in the middle, and he also has a sparkly halter. So here is Midnight. Now, I believe his breed is thoroughbred gelding. I'm not sure. If I said something wrong, then I'm so sorry. Midnight is a very gorgeous stallion, and he is also wearing a Schleich blanket, not made by me. So this is Ace. Now, there's a lot of things I have to say about Ace, and he is my first ever Schleich that I ever got. He is a Hanoverian stallion. I got him in the Schleich showering area. He came with the set. And he is wearing a Schleich blanket. And I believe he's actually the biggest horse at my barn. Well, I mean, Milky Way's the second, but he's the biggest horse at my barn. So here is Domino in our last stall. Domino was originally a wild horse before we captured him and put him back. He is also wearing a homemade blanket with a gray heart in the middle. I just love his position, how it looks like he's racing off to the wind. It makes him look even more like a wild horse, and he's actually one of my favorites. So now I'm going to give you guys a tour of my arena. So here is the arena. And there's really nothing very, very gorgeous about it. It's just a plain arena. We have a wooden stick that I use as a doorknob, kind of. And I made it myself. We have a little jump there. And the sand I actually painted on my own. It was made out of a poster board, and I painted it with a color of the sand. So here's my wash stall there's some buckets and sponges there. And we have a hose. And we also have some plants. And here is our tack up arena. We have 4 places for the horses to tack up. Now in here we have ropes you can tie your horses to. And some of them have places you can put your tacks, some don't. And it's made out of a shoebox. So over here we have our pastures. One is for the mares and one is for the stallions. Oh, that's Cricket. But yeah. Then I also hand painted this grass because I didn't know where to get fake grass, and artificial grass is actually quite expensive. So over here is a staff room that I made yesterday. So here's our office. You have a table and chairs where you can sign things and, sign contracts. Here's our toilet for female and male. And here is where we store all our jumps, our blankets, our sleeping bags, our ropes. There's even a Sharpie. We have poles, and we have a little swimming tub for ponies. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my staff room. It's kind of messy, and it is made out of a diaper box, a really, really big diaper box. So that was it for my barn tour. I hope you guys enjoyed that video.